The Dukes at 79 points per game, second best in the Atlantic.
Don't get me wrong, everybody, but there's a lot of talent.
Health plan of the Duquesne Dukes, and we begin with Duquesne. Decision for Coach Keith Dambrot because the option is there to
done as a starter and also reserve. He's made a big difference. And echoed by Coach Keith Dambrot.
Not surprised they moved in that regard from 76 points per game allowed, and that's going to be a goaltend and 2 for Trey Williams. Fences in all of college basketball. Fairly deliberate possession here. It's interesting to watch that matchup between Clark and Kinsey up top. And looks like Clark got a piece of that shot. Entry pass is swatted away. Third time in as many that the Herd have managed to get a hand on a pass.
Right. Kinsey does a lot of things, and we're going to talk about his on the season. Just picked up 19, and he leads the team.
Both coaches talking extensively about how good they think the opposing offense.
Right here at the foul, but as you for Marshall D'Antoni and his brother.
And Clark. So once again, the ball comes back to Duquesne. Interesting that they've got Kinsey on Grant, who gets to the hoop and gets 2.
Ball State and rebounded not quite as well as we would have expected.
In 2019, Reese in the game right now. Jump shot from the outside is good from Clark. Beater here to win it for Duquesne against Ball State. The heave from right in front of us, shooting at the other basket. His second buzzer beater up for the board. Back behind the back pass to Grant, who pays it off with a 3.
I used the word lazy, and I wasn't trying to kill the guy because shooting he does and started to stray. And that got worse through the game at times.
Skip it across to Brewer. Again, looked like it was on line. Long three-pointer. That's no good on the attempt from Kinsey. If he came out.
Indeed, it's really caught my ear. That's what we're always looking for, guys of that quality. Always enjoy what. He is long. He's 6'5", and he can shoot it, and he can do a lot. He's a very complete player.
And that's, we know, where Kerfman is comfortable. Time for the Dukes. Maybe this will be just as close as well as Day Grant heats up from the outside.
After Ball State, particularly early in the game, it'll be central tonight all over the court. And work on mix. Marshall presents tests not a lot of teams do. The Dukes may not only need to adjust, but actually mix some player combos in anticipation of them. As for Marshall, play their system. They obviously have one. I think that for Marshall, they got to remember the Dukes will not panic and they will not quit.
Dixon goes down on the offensive rebound. Coach Dambrot to go with the decision of who's going to start at center for.
I think he was talked to by the coach, and he's an older player. He's a more mature player. He knows how to handle that, and simple instruction will get him going the right direction. You were saying.
I could tell, though, for it so early in his Duquesne career, or go back to Reese, who is a known commodity, the transfer out of Bowling Green, who's got a foul.
And that means some guys are going to have to sit when they don't want to at times. It means that there'll be guys out on the perimeter that were a problem to have.
McGriff gets his man in the air. Jogs through the A10 logo. Rozier from Georgia, the freshman, at 6'9". Again, one of the players, one of the
guys being able to play a short man's game and vice versa in some respects, at least with the pick and roll. But defensively, just loves their length off the court, and he already has 6'8" and 7'1" starting.
Now, both Hronsky, Clark early in games, so they're fresh late. And McGriff got going a little early. I thought he might have gotten away with one of those in the previous possession.
Guys, because they want to be able to use him and make him part of the rotation. Keep in mind, 5'10".
Trough. They think McGriff can be every bit, if not at some point in his career, better. I mean, he's got that kind of ceiling for those attributes of his game. As Hronsky gets it stripped. Been great for Marshall so far. Again, not to belabor the point, but that goes directly at time.
I have
to watch for today, brought to you by Cordia, creating energy.
More on that as we go along. This guy brings plus backcourt side. Rotroff, who's standing right beside me right now. Forget about Unsung. This guy's become.
You can always tell how a player is developed by the opposing coaches and kind of where they go first.
Founder, blocker, he's had a tremendous inside.
And Marshall's up by 3.
Killen comes in averaging 8.3.
There to bury it.
He was the fifth transfer. He's the only non-Division I transfer.
The players who eventually took the threes as well.
I totally agree with you. Then that's something we've talked about with Duquesne certainly all season at Miami of Ohio, so he could ring it up.
That's Dede Grant's old school.
Red Hawk.
Keith Dambrot is 8. Jacob Connor will do the inbounding duties.
A little bit of heat.
Everybody is interchangeable in his offense. Everybody's going to rebound. Everybody's going to play the other guys.
And certainly that is a big part of. Wow, he can't believe he missed both free throws. I don't think any.
Way outside. McGriff feeling it. Why not? He's hot.
Question about it. Came in averaging 6.3. He's about there, right?